the fighter deep.
I mean, my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Look at it. They shouldn't have let him stand up.
No.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Octagon Channel. We'll be talking about the latest MMA news and covering some of the big boxing events too. Today, we're going to chat about the rumored return of Dr. Steel Hammer to the big ring. And here we go. Modern boxing is a fan's dream. There are tons of top fights, big billboards, and fights for the title of absolute world champion. Saudi Arabia's entry into the sport has made it way more popular. But there are always controversial moments that leave fans in a stupor. For example, there was a very controversial fight recently in which Jake Paul defeated the legendary Mike Tyson. The age difference between them was massive, 31 years. And now another famous veteran has suddenly decided to return to the professional ring. Wladimir Klitschko has set himself some pretty ambitious goals. Recently, his manager, Tom Leffler, said again that the former heavyweight champion of the world will return to the ring. He also said that Klitschko will be able to prepare for a possible fight in excellent condition. Wladimir is in excellent shape. He won't be fighting Usyk. He wanted to fight Fury, but Fury took another break. The history of boxing is full of champions who've made it big in the ring well into their golden years. Bernard Hopkins is the ultimate long liver. Back in May 2011, Hopkins beat Canadian Jean Pascal by points to win the WBC World Heavyweight title. At the time, Bernard was 46 years, 4 months, and 6 days old. He lost the belt, but he didn't stop there. In March 2013, he got the world title back, this time under the IBF version, and he was still a champion at 49 years and 297 days old. Then he lost to Russian Sergei Kovalyov. The previous record was held by George Foreman, who won his world title at 45 years and 9 months old. Foreman lost on points, but he knocked out Michael Moorer, becoming a record holder and a 2-time world champion. Hopkins later broke the record, but Foreman held it for a very long time. Foreman also won championship belts without fighting. First, he wouldn't face Tony Tucker of the WBA, so he lost the WBA belt. Then, after a pretty weak defense against Axel Schultz of Germany, he wouldn't give him a rematch, so he lost the IBF belt. Archie Moore was another age champion. The unique boxer had an incredible professional record of 186 wins, 132 of them by knockout. The old mongoose was the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world until October 25, 1960, when the NBA, predecessor of the WBA, took the title away from him without a fight because he failed to defend the title within the time allotted by them. At the time, he was 43 years, 10 months, and 12 days old. But according to the then very influential New York State Athletic Commission, NYSAC, as well as the Ring magazine, Moore continued to be the heavyweight champion of the world and beyond. The NYSAC also subsequently stripped Archie of his title without a fight for not defending it for an extended period of time. This happened in 1962, when Moore was 45 and a half years old. Klitschko is going to return to the ring soon, and he's planning to break all previous achievements. Wladimir is 48 years old now, but on March 25th, he'll be 49, which means he's close to Hopkins' legendary achievement. Also, Dr. Steel Hammer has unfinished business at the professional level. He holds the record for the most defeated opponents in title fights with 23. But when it comes to wins, Vladimir's behind Joe Louis, 25 versus Irubati Ara. He's definitely going to try to beat that. He's also behind Larry Holmes when it comes to defenses, 18 versus 19. But that record is also within reach. Wladimir can totally make a comeback in the pro ring, and he knows exactly what he's doing it for. Of course, titles and records are great motivation, but it seems like money is the main draw these days. boxing has changed a lot with the arrival of Saudi Arabia, and now they can hold these huge tournaments where boxers get paid big bucks. There's no doubt that Klitschko won't be offended by that. Vladimir's definitely going to get a big check, but how realistic is the champion's path? To be honest, he was doing way better until Tyson Fury decided to call it quits on his professional career. The Gypsy King would have been a great first opponent for his return to the ring, and a rematch would have been ideal. The thing is, Fury's conditioning isn't exactly top-notch. With 2 losses to Alexander Usyk and an unsuccessful fight with Francis Ngannou under his belt, the veteran's chances might be looking up. Now he'll have to face someone else, and there aren't many options left for a quick advancement to the title. It's hard to imagine that Wladimir will get Alexander Usyk as his opponent from the start. First, the reigning world champion is in great shape, and a fight with him could end badly. Second, it's unlikely that his compatriots will agree to such a fight, so Klitschko will have to look for opposition elsewhere. The second tangible option is Daniel Dubois. He's the main challenger, so a win could lead to a title shot. But it won't be easy. The young Brit recently destroyed Anthony Joshua. Vladimir's return could be the most impressive event in recent memory, even bigger than Mike Tyson's fight. But will it happen? That's the big question. Of course, Klitschko is eager to organize such a fairy tale, but we have to realize that professional boxing is changing. Age is becoming a bigger factor, and it's getting harder for older fighters to keep up with the speed and power of their opponents. Tyson and Paul's fight showed this. The veteran lost to a blogger, but he was a technical boxing expert. Vladimir's comeback could turn out to be pretty embarrassing, so is it worth risking his legacy?